Madin Mazimba, I'm back again. So Kae Chaps has been one of the biggest winners of the COVID pandemic era. When he dropped Juzi, it became a massive, massive hit. And to prove to a lot of people that he was not a one-hit wonder, he followed that up with Uchapa, which also became a big hit. And then he followed it up with another hit, Geena. And then he followed it up with another very lovely tune, Impilo, featuring Silent Mo. I love that tune. The guitar work on that tune is just beautiful. And then, his album, Mavanga, which had been largely overlooked by a lot of people, started getting a lot of attention. And many people were now wondering why they did not get to know about Kae Chap's earlier, because for me, that album is such a beautiful, beautiful body of work. And I was very happy when it started getting the attention I felt it deserves. Now, he definitely showed without doubt that he means business, and he has sort of become the new heartbreak king of music, taking that throne from the iconic legendary Sanema Kalima. I believe a collaboration between the two will be flames. Now, Kae Chaps has dropped another project titled It's Not Me, It's You. And after some weeks of listening today, I'll be sharing with you my views and thoughts on that album. Now, having listened to that album, I have to say the production is done very well. The producers selected, not for this project, they all did quite a good job. The arrangements, they are good, especially those ones with the acoustic guitar. I'm just a sucker for good guitar work, and somehow that acoustic guitar, it works very well with Kae Chap's vocals, and we get that guitar on tracks such as Sorry Boys featuring Junior Brown, Mota Inomanya, Nemoyo featuring T Gones, I Don't Wanna See You Again, and Shanoda Kuzira. I'm just a fan of that acoustic guitar. It has this allure which I just love. And my favorite production and arrangement on this whole album comes on the track Peace of Mind featuring Gemma Griffiths. This is a beautiful, beautiful track. That Yvonne Chaka Chaka sample delivered this beautiful, nostalgic vibe to the track. And for me, I just love everything about this whole track. But the production, like I've said, is done quite well. And Kae Chaps delivered a solid vocal performance throughout this whole project. He is one of the best vocalists we have in the music industry at the moment, and he showed it throughout this whole album. And the artists who were selected for collaborations, they all did very, very well. Gemma Griffiths killed it. On Peace of Mind, it's my favorite track. Her vocals were just super, super heavy. I loved her performance. T Gons also snapped, on the track Nemoyo. Junior Brown brought his iconic flow. Holy Ten and Natty O, they did well on Called Upon. Noctenda was okay. I think the only artist who was a bit underwhelming for me was Q's. I did not really feel his performance. Now, as you listen to this album, you get to feel Kae Chap started on a sort of like personal note, with the track Head High, where it's sort of like I'm going to keep my head high despite of all the challenges that I'm going to face. It's sort of like creating a mentality for success. And then we go on to the track Passy featuring Natty O, where it's just crying out to the Lord, which I want to live now. I want to experience life now before I leave this earth. And then on Mavanga featuring Holy Ten is just sharing, the dreams, the hopes of a lot of parents that they want to create something solid, something that their children can definitely benefit from, even if they are no longer not on this earth. After that, we get the track Sorry Boys featuring Junior Brown, where Kae Chaps and Junior Brown are just talking about the consequences that come with being successful, with succeeding in your field, whereby certain friendships you have to let them go. And those people may even start complaining, okay, we started together, we started this thing together. But it just happens. It's natural that when you start to improve, when you start to develop, certain friendships will naturally die. And then from there, we start getting the sad love story that we have come to expect from Kae Chaps. And it starts with the track Mota Inomanya, which is a rendition of Tracy Chapman's classic track Fast Car, where he's just not saying he wishes they had a car and they would go somewhere far from everyone else, far from where people can meddle and interfere in their relationship. And then we go to the track Peace of Mind, which follows the one that I love featuring Gemma. And on this track, he's just saying, even though we have differences, even though I don't like this about you, even though you do these things which are annoying to me, you are still my peace of mind. But not from then. The cracks start to appear in the relationship. The guy finds some suspicious messages in her lady's phone, and the lady is sort of like coy about it. And now the trust issues start coming up. He's not trusting his lady, and he's now starting to think, is this relationship going to survive? He's sort of in a mental battle whereby he's trying to come to terms with his relationship not ending. He's thinking about the memories, the promises that they've done together. On the track we see, he just shows good. I changed my life to accommodate you. I started going, to Methodist to Wisiri so that I could just be with you. So he did a lot for this relationship, but now you could see with the relationship is now dying a natural death, and he's sort of trying to come to terms with that. And on the track Nemoyo, you could see that he has now accepted that the relationship is no more, and it has sort of hardened his heart, and is saying, now I'm not going to get into relationships wholeheartedly anymore. What I'm going to do now, like everyone else, because he has been hurt. So he sort of now goes on this up and down trip. For a lot of people who've been in relationships, I think this is something that is quite familiar. And love definitely took him on a beautiful but painful route. And I quite enjoyed how the said love story unfolded. And to end this summer review, I have to say this is quite a good project, from Kae Chaps. It just shows that R&B music is still alive in Zimbabwe. And now comparing this album to his last project, Mavanga, I have to say this is a good project, but it's not at the level of Mavanga. I loved the album Mavanga. It had this rawness, this sort of sincerity, which I'm not really getting from this album. But he has sort of evolved in terms of his music. Right now, he's much more popular. When he released Mavanga, he wasn't that much known. So I feel there was not much pressure to create that big an album. So he just made the music that he felt. Now on this album, you could, when you start getting popular, sometimes you get into that trap where you have to make music that will make your fans, that you think your fans will enjoy, and you sort of like stop making music that you feel inside of you. So I think it's something that sort of happened with this project. But like I've said, it's quite a good project to listen to. But with Mavanga, it shows that Kae Chaps can do even better than this one. And like I've said, my favorite track on this album is Peace of Mind. It's a beautiful album. It's a beautiful song. It's an album that a lot of people could relate to. And if you are facing some relationship issues, I think this album may even help you cope with it and probably help you heal. Now, my overall rating for this album, I give it a 7.5. Like I've said, it's a good project, but I feel Kae Chaps could do much better than this. Now, I know a number of you have managed to listen to this album. Go in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this album. What's your favorite track on this album? After that, come back, like the video, subscribe to the channel. See you again next time.